Good evening, everyone. So recently I've been thinking, like all good children of our Lord and Saviour Jesus, we all think, of course. And I was thinking, why is YouTube so fucking broken? And I realised what's wrong with this platform specifically. And also I'll be lucky if this video actually gets any views, but it's a topic I really want to fucking cover. And because it's a topic that affects, well, mostly everyone on the platform, but mostly a lot of people who are smaller creators. But whether people know or not, it does affect most people. So let's dive into it and let's get talking about it, because in my opinion it is quite important for us to discuss this small little inconvenience on YouTube, as I like to call it for now. A small little inconvenience. A small little inconvenience that fucks over many small creators and forces them to go off the platform. Let's talk about it. So what's making YouTube so twisted, you ask? Well, it's the amount of drama and cancelling and of course everything in between that. You probably know what I mean by that, but I just wanted to show you exactly how it affects everyone on the platform. Maybe not the viewers, but certainly every single creator on the platform. And in all honesty, it's so stupid on why it affects everyone, because it shouldn't happen in the fucking first place. Because overall, it's just an overall stupid fucking thing to actually cancel people over and whatever else. So let's get into it, shall we? So drama, that thing that everyone on this platform seems to crave every moment there's none. The type of thing that everyone likes to munch on before they have their dinner or their tea or their supper or whatever else you would like to eat alongside your daily dose of drama. And I'm not talking about petty drama, which usually consists of a creator going after another creator because the creator doesn't agree with the creator. I'm talking about the drama which actually affects people on the platform, and that's cancel culture on YouTube. I know, shocking, isn't it? It's really fucking shocking, isn't it? It's so shocking, I know. But cancel culture is some of the most toxic stuff that will ever grace this holy platform with Big Suzanne Wahocki, or whatever the fuck you name her with, because Wahocki, yes. Wahocki is now what I'll be calling Big Susan. I'll just call her Big Susan from now on. Oh, Big Susan, can you please get some ads on this video? Actually, no, not ads, but can you get some traction on this video? Would be much appreciated, Big Susan, because you are, of course, the biggest of all Susans. You are Susan Wojcicki. Yes, I know how to say her second name perfectly. I'm just going to give up and try to say her second name. But trust me, I do know that cancel culture isn't just a thing that happened on YouTube. It's overall an internet issue. I know, shocking, isn't it? Because the internet is a really fucking toxic place. I know, such shockingness in it. Like that's the biggest amount of shock you'll probably ever get in your life. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I'm sorry if I've just heartbroken you. Some fucking birds outside squawking like fuck. Anyway, for some people, YouTube is their livelihood. For some people, they want YouTube to be their livelihood. And of course, cancel culture does have its once in 5 blue moons of a good thing. Now, of course, being cancelling people who actually do need to be cancelled, like Lionmaker, like Minilad, and insert anyone else you can think of into this small circle. But it just gets completely fucking stupid when it's people who are innocent. But anyway, that's for another category. I'm talking about the part of cancel culture that actually screws over many creators badly and also ruins someone's life. They said something, say, insert X number of years ago. It's stupid because I'll be honest, you cancel someone over what they said, say 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 100 years ago. That type of stuff was accepted back then. We grow as a society. We grow of what accepting is in a society. And stuff like, say, what Shane Dawson said 10 years ago, the internet was a much darker place with a lot more darker people and a lot more darker and cruder jokes. Of course that wouldn't fly nowadays, but That's how the internet was back then. The reason why it didn't get cancelled back then was because it was acceptable. It was an acceptable type of joke. And I'm guaranteeing you that a lot of big creators said those types of joke back then. That's probably a fact if you go far enough. And no, don't start fucking cancelling people because I told you that a lot of creators probably said stuff like that many years ago. I'm not talking about that. Don't do that. And don't fucking involve me if you try and cancel anyone. I'm not telling you to fucking I swear to fuck. Anyway. Meanwhile, the only reason why it didn't get cancelled back then is because the jokes were acceptable. Or the things they said were acceptable. Because there are some things which people said back then. And also, the entire thing of people fucking change. You change, what, every 3 years? That type of... You change as a person. 1 year, say 5 years ago, you found something acceptable, and nowadays you don't find it acceptable. You find it completely abhorrent, and you don't want anyone to start saying stuff like that in their life. And people should, in your opinion. But back then, you would agree with you now. No, you would disagree with you nowadays. That's the thing that people forget. People change. People's views on things change. People grow. People adapt to things that they believe is right nowadays. But I'm going to be completely fucking honest, because of every bit of drama and cancelling and whatever that gets so massive that YouTube has to get involved, it usually includes YouTube trying to put a new bit of legislation in, which, let's be completely honest, usually affects everyone on the platform, but most importantly, affects the smaller creators like myself. Do you want to know what I mean by this? I'm talking about the 15 or so fucking apocalypse that happened over the year because drama happened on YouTube. Then mainstream media got involved, and then it painted a very big picture of every big YouTuber and every YouTuber in general nowadays. That's what I'm talking about. That is the type of drama I'm talking about that we need to get rid of. Because it gets to a point where every single big news and media platform will start talking about it, then YouTube will be seen as this thing where only bad people are. That's where it's going to get to. That's where it's going to go. That's what you're fucking doing to this platform and doing to so many people who are wanting to do YouTube as a fucking career. That's what drama's causing. That's the thing that annoys so many smaller creators. I mean, yeah, for the viewer it might be like, oh yeah, another bit of drama, I like to look at this, what's happening, who's getting cancelled today, sipping your tea, like, you realise that this is affecting more people than just the people who are involved. If YouTube adapts a new bit of legislation, it can 1. Make ads harder for smaller creators. 2. Can make it harder for smaller creators to actually get traction and try and grow their subscriber base or their fan base or whatever base. I don't know, their fucking military base, something like that. But it's annoying because as a small creator myself, I get the brunt of this. I know what happens. I see what happens to people who are like me and people who are small and people who have small channels like myself. But the thing is, you're probably going to ask, what about the big creators? What about, say, I don't know, H3 who got cancelled, or PewDiePie, or Shane Dawson, or James Charles, or whoever else got cancelled in the last 15 years? They're going to be fine. Let's be honest, if they went off YouTube forever, they'd be fine. The YouTube they made on YouTube wouldn't go anywhere, because they've already invested that money into, say, stocks, or housing, or crypto, or beauty fucking things, or merch, or whatever else. They're fine. Their money's fine. They've still got all their money. Unless it seems that their money was all illegally made, or all their money was illegal. They're going to be fine. It's not going to affect big creators. Do you really think that Shane Dawson, like last year, getting taken off the AdSense program for 3 months was really going to affect him? No, it wasn't. He was already making money off merch and whatever else he had on the side. All he did was lose some ads on YouTube. That's it. That's really fucking it. He just lost some ads on YouTube. Did it really affect him? No. Would it affect me? Yes, it would. It would affect me a lot more than it would affect, say, Shane Dawson or PewDiePie or whoever else. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Cancel culture really doesn't affect the big players on YouTube like PewDiePie, like the ones I just mentioned earlier. But that's the thing. It affects the smaller creators, people with 1 million and under. Maybe not people with 1 million because they've already made a good bit of money off it, but certainly people under 1 million. So people under 1 million will get affected. People under 100,000 will get affected far fucking worse. That's the sad part of that's the sad reality of YouTube and how cancel culture affects people when a new bit of legislation is put in, for example. That's how it affects people. It affects us badly. I'm talking this from a small creator's perspective. It affects us really badly and it just fucks us over. That's the thing of everything. That's the thing. If you want to know about it, that's the truth. It affects us badly when it would a big creator. If anything, it affects us badly more than it will affect, say, you. If you're a viewer, it won't affect you. If you're a big creator, it won't affect you. If you're a middle and small creator, it will affect you. Adpocalypses don't affect the viewer, nor does it affect the people higher up. Yeah, they might lose a partnership or a sponsorship or whatever, but they can live without it because they've already made money on the side with other things. I mean, it does get to the point where just cancel culture gets beyond a joke, where people who are being perceived as guilty are actually innocent and actually affects their mental health. That is beyond the line. Don't start going attacking people unless you have concrete evidence of, say, allegations which are actually true, like being a predator or whatever else. Don't start drama about it. Just go to the police about it. Go and contact the local police or contact someone who's in the area to their local police of where that creator lives. Then they could take action and do whatever else. That's what you should do. Not cancel people, which is going to screw over many creators, specifically smaller ones. But that's what I really wanted to talk about. That's really what I want to talk about. But the repercussions that happen to innocent creators or even guilty creators, in fact, either way, the people in the middle, i.e. the mid-tier and small-tier YouTubers and creators, are going to get screwed over the most, no matter what it is. Can we just stop drama and whatever else? Thank you. Just for our sake and the sake of small YouTubers, thank you very much. That would be much appreciated and I would love you for it. It would be very nice if you could do that. Anyway, if you did like the video, please drop a small little like and a small little subscription. And of course, ring the bell till your arms get weak and you can no longer ring the bell. And remember, one like in this video equals one less adpocalypse. Please like, that would be very cool. And I would appreciate you very much for it. And if you did dislike the video, please put a little dislike on the video, you know, just a cheeky little dislike, you know. I would much appreciate this small little dislike if you dislike the video. But anyway, feel free to drop whatever you want. Whether it's a like, a dislike, a child, I don't really mind. And I will see you in the next video, whenever that is. Catchy.